Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the daily JPL number 8. And as you can probably guess, I'm going to be talking more about Hot Shots Golf. I'm currently working through the gold rank, and I just spent a good portion of the day, probably even longer than I did the day before, trying to finish one of the events, which is an 18-hole round on the Legacy of Golf links. And as you know from me expressing my hatred about it before, that I really do hate this course. So to do all 18 holes consecutively has been a very mind-numbing, just incredibly infuriating experience. Because sometimes I would get like, -2 or -3 doing really good, and then I come across a hole where all I do is, I get out of bounds, or I get water hazards, or I screw up putts. I mean, a lot of these greens are full of hills and are just very hard to try to get a good putt in. And the day before, I spent some time and actually beat it this morning. It was an event on the gold rank with a stipulation called real golf mode. And what the real golf mode is it kind of takes away all your cursors and indicators of where the ball might be, your wind speed, the distance to like the elevation and all the other things like that. So you kind of have to eyeball everything. And they did that one on one of the earlier courses, one of the easier ones, where a lot of the putting green is relatively flat, so it wasn't as hard as I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be kind of a nightmare. But anyway, yeah, so I finished that 18 holes on the Legacy of Golf links, which I'm really excited about. I mean, I just now finished it, and then I only have one more event until I have the whole golf thing finished. Well, actually, after I beat the next verses, I have like an extra versus to try to unlock, but I need to get a certain number of crowns on the events. So basically, when you win an event, you get a gold star. If you win this particular event with a certain stipulation, like win with 3 bogeys or more, or win with a chip-in birdie, things like that, then you get a crown. So once you get enough crowns, you end up unlocking another round with one of the unlockable characters that you unlocked previously, and that round, I guess, is supposed to be a lot harder. Anyway, moving on. Another thing I wanted to talk about is on the 3DS, because there's not much else to talk about for the Vita. And in case you didn't know, for you 3DS owners, or people who don't have a 3DS, that this little blue light here is a notification. So there's a couple of things that I have notifications on regularly, and that's Nintendo Video and Swapnote. Let's see, I accidentally activated the camera, so let me get out of here. I just want to see what's new for Swapnote. Maybe there might be something entertaining. And while I'm waiting for this to load up, if you don't know what Swapnote is, it's sort of like, do you remember PictoChat for the DS? Well, it's kind of like that. You're able to draw messages, send them out to your friends. You can even attach photos, and you can attach videos, sound clips, and you can draw 2D and 3D, as well as on different backgrounds, and different wallpaper, I guess you could say. But the problem is Nintendo seems to like to come up with these new ideas and then execute them half-assed. So one of the complaints that people keep bringing up about this application is that you can't carry on a conversation within the same note. So, when you send out a note, you can have all your friends reply to it, but you can't reply to the replies. And, it makes it really hard to suggest Swapnote as a chat application. It's just ridiculous. So, it seems like I have quite a few notes here. Actually, this one new one is from the 22nd of February. Wow. Let's see. I think the reason why this one is so old is that you can send out time-locked notes. And basically a time-locked note is, basically like if I want to send out a Christmas note, then I can send it out for December 25th, and you can't read it until the 25th. So let me see if I can find anything that's noteworthy. Swapnote noteworthy. I'm funny.  'Let's see. 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 ' Yeah, so it's kind of like this. Oh god, you can't see that because of the glare. Forgot about that. Anyway, that's what Swapnote is. Still waiting for a dedicated chat feature. So, another thing I wanted to talk about was actually a suggestion by John Steed 7. He says, since I'm not getting a Vita anytime soon, why not make a vlog about your DVD collection? Okay, well, basically my DVD collection, that's what you see behind me, is only a fraction of what I have. I have a shelf down there, I got some on top of my desk, and I got a couple more stands to the left of me, and then I also have some more in a drawer over there. I started collecting DVDs around 1998, and according to my list at dvdaf.com, and if you wanted to check it out yourself, you can go to Cyclone. Cyclone is actually PSYCHLONE.dvdaf.com/owned, and actually what I'll do is I'll include the hyperlink in my blog, so you can go right to it and you can view what I have. And according to my collection on this website, I have 1,212 titles consisting of 1,875 discs. And it also lumped together my Blu-rays, so I had to count my Blu-rays individually, and I own 77 Blu-ray titles. And I know this might seem a lot, but I have been collecting them since 1998, and a lot of times I would get them on sale, so, you know, it would be like $10 here, $15 there, you know, and some of them I'd even get, you know, grouped together for like, you know, buy 4 for 20, things like that. So, I've really been slowing down ever since I started working for the library, because for one, the library pays a lot less than my previous jobs, and I also just check out movies from the library themselves, and you know, save a little money that way. So I only really buy the titles that I'm really interested in or really know that I want to own or collect. So for instance, I'm thinking of possibly getting what's that new one? Oh, I can't think of that movie, that new one with Adam Sandler where he's playing his sister. Look that up. I gotta love my memory. 32 in the memory of my father. Let's see. Jack and Jill, that's what it is. Yeah, so I'm probably gonna end up buying that on Blu-ray Tuesday, which will be my next purchase. Just because I love Adam Sandler. I mean, I try to buy all of his movies, and there are still some that I need to buy, but anyway. So, that is my DVD collection, and check it out whenever you have the time, and let me know what you think. Also, I would like to make this a little more interactive, because sometimes I just don't have really much to talk about, so I kind of stretch out these video blogs, and, you know, I'm really hoping that I don't make them, you know, kind of boring or stale. So what I'd like to do is open this up to you as a platform to you know, for you to ask me any kind of questions that you might have off the top of your head. They can be anything about, like, you know, my games or like my extra hobbies or, you know, anything. And then I'll go ahead and answer your questions in the next Daily JPL. So as usual, thanks for watching.